It was a cold morning in London. The clouds hung low, and the streets were damp from rain the night before. Inside Kensington Palace, the royal staff moved quietly through the grand halls. The morning started like any other day. The palace butlers prepared the tea service. The housekeepers polished the mirrors and windows. The royal aides checked the schedule for the day, meetings, charity visits, a formal lunch at Westminster. It was to be a full day for Prince William and Princess Kate. The media already gathered at the palace gates, waiting for their first glimpse of the royal couple. Cameras were set, reporters held their microphones ready. The world followed the movements of William and Kate closely. But inside the palace, something unexpected was about to happen. Something no one knew, not the press, not even most of the staff. That morning, at exactly 8:05 a.m., a simple white envelope arrived at the palace. It wasn't a letter from a politician or a royal invitation. It wasn't from a government office or a charity. It was handwritten, addressed only to their royal highnesses, Prince William and Princess Catherine. It had been sent by Nurse Emily, the young nurse from St. Anne's Children's Hospital. Her handwriting was neat, careful. The letter inside was only 1 page long, but its words would change everything. Nurse Emily had written about a little girl named Lily, just 7 years old. Lily had a rare heart condition. She had been in the hospital for months, her small body growing weaker each day. The doctors had tried everything, but now they feared the end was near. In her letter, Nurse Emily explained that little Lily loved fairy tales and princesses. Her hospital room was covered in drawings of castles, magical animals, and kind queens. Lily loved to wear her plastic crown and call herself Princess Lily. But Lily had one dream left, to meet a real prince and princess. It was her greatest wish. Her family, not wanting to upset her, told her it might happen someday. But they knew time was short. Nurse Emily wrote the letter hoping, against all odds, that someone in the palace might read it. She knew how busy the royal family was. She didn't expect an answer, but something told her she had to try. At 8:15 a.m., the letter reached Kate's personal secretary, Sarah. She read it once. Then again, her throat tightened. Without waiting, she brought it to Princess Kate. Kate sat at her dressing table, her hairdresser arranging her curls for the day's public event. Sarah gently interrupted. "Ma'am, this letter came this morning," she said softly. "I think you should read it." Kate took the letter and read the words carefully. By the end, her eyes filled with tears. Her voice trembled. "She's just a little girl," Kate whispered. "She wants to meet us." Without hesitation, she called for Prince William. He came at once. Kate handed him the letter. William read, in silence. When he finished, he looked at Kate. His voice was low, full of emotion. "We can't let her wait," he said. "Must go." "But the schedule," Sarah began. "Cancel everything," William said firmly. "This matters more." Kate nodded. "Let's not tell the press. Let's go quietly." And so, plans were changed. The formal lunch at Westminster was cancelled. The charity event postponed. The media at the palace gates were told nothing. No official notice was given. No one outside the palace knew. At 9:30 a.m., the royal couple dressed in simple clothes, no formal attire, no royal jewels. Kate wore a soft blue coat. William chose a dark sweater and slacks. They didn't want to frighten the child or make the visit feel stiff. They wanted to bring kindness, not ceremony. Before leaving, Kate selected a small silver bracelet from her personal collection. She also wrote a short note for Lily. William wrote a message too, one for Lily's parents, to give them strength. Meanwhile, the palace security team prepared quietly. A small car was chosen, a trusted driver, no escort, no royal flags. Visit would be private. At 10 a.m., the black car pulled out of Kensington Palace. It moved through side streets to avoid attention. In the back seat, William and Kate sat side by side, holding hands. Both were deep in thought. "I hope we are not too late," Kate whispered. "We will bring her joy today," William answered gently. Across the city, St. Anne's Hospital, Nurse Emily still couldn't believe she had sent the letter. She had told no one except the head nurse. She never thought it would even be read. She certainly didn't expect a visit. At 10:45 a.m., her phone rang. The hospital's director spoke quickly. "We've been informed. The royal couple is on their way," Emily gasped. "Today?" "In less than an hour," the director confirmed. "Tell no one. Prepare Lily's room." Heart pounding, Emily rushed to Lily's room on the 3rd floor. Lily was awake, drawing. Her parents sat nearby. They looked tired, worried. "Something special is happening," Emily said softly. "I can't say what yet, but soon." Lily's eyes sparkled. "Is it ... a princess coming?" she asked hopefully. Emily smiled but said nothing. Back in the car, William and Kate neared the hospital. William had stopped at a flower shop, buying a small bouquet of fresh daisies, Lily's favorite flower, as mentioned in the letter. Kate reread her note, folding it carefully. "I want her to know she is loved," she said quietly. When the car finally stopped at the hospital's side entrance, no crowds were there. Only the hospital director and a few trusted staff waited, ready to guide the couple inside. As William and Kate stepped out of the car, the hospital seemed to pause. The staff who saw them felt their hearts lift. There was no fanfare, no cameras, just two people coming with love. Nurse Emily met them at the elevator. She was shaking slightly. "Thank you," she whispered, eyes wet with emotion. "We are grateful you wrote to us," Kate replied warmly. In silence, they rode the elevator to the 3rd floor. The hallway was quiet. Only the soft beeping of monitors could be heard. As they walked to wardroom 304, Emily's heart raced. Behind the door, little Lily sat with her crayons, unaware that the moment that would change her life was about to begin. Kate and William stopped outside the door. Through the small window, they could see Lily wearing her plastic crown, lost in her drawings. Kate took a deep breath. William squeezed her hand. "This is why we are here," he said softly. Kate nodded. Then, with a gentle knock on the door, they stepped inside. When Prince William and Princess Kate stepped into room 304, a soft warmth filled the air. The little girl on the hospital bed, Lily, looked up, her brown eyes wide with wonder. For a long second, she did not move. The plastic crown on her small head tilted slightly. Crayons slipped from her fingers and rolled across the blanket. Are you real?" Lily whispered.
"Oh."
Her voice was weak, but her face shone with pure surprise. Kate smiled softly and walked closer.
Yes.
She said in her gentle voice, "We are really here, and we came to see you." Prince William stepped in beside Kate, holding the bouquet of fresh daisies. The flowers were bright and cheerful, just like Lily loved. "These are for you," he said, "from both of us." Tears welled in Lily's mother's eyes. She stood beside the hospital bed, unable to speak. Lily's father wiped his face with trembling hands. They could not believe this moment was real. Kate sat carefully on the edge of the bed. She reached out, brushing a lock of Lily's soft hair away from her face. "We heard you love princesses," she said warmly. Lily nodded, her small hands pressed to her chest. "I do," she whispered. "I pretend to be one every day." William smiled. "Well, we think you are a real princess already." Kate opened her bag and took out the little silver bracelet. It was delicate, with tiny charms shaped like stars and hearts. She gently fastened it around Lily's thin wrist. "For you, brave Princess Lily," Kate said softly. Lily looked at the bracelet in amazement.
"So pretty," she whispered.
"Thank you." Prince William knelt beside the bed and handed her the letter he had written. "I wanted to tell you something," he said. "You are very strong and very special. People all over the world would be proud to know you." Lily's eyes filled with tears. "No one ever called me special before," she said in a tiny voice. Kate reached out and hugged her gently. "You are very special, Lily," she whispered. "To us, to your family, to all the nurses and doctors who love you." For the next few minutes, William and Kate talked softly with Lily. She showed them her drawings, princesses, castles, dragons, and knights. Each picture told a little story. Kate admired them with true joy, telling Lily how beautiful and creative they were. "You have a gift," Kate said. "One day, when you feel better, maybe you can make a book of your stories." Lily's face brightened at the thought. "A book? My pictures?" she asked. William smiled. "Yes, and we would be your first readers." It's outside in the hallway. The nurses gathered, watching the tender scene through the small window. Many wiped away tears. They had seen famous visitors before, but never had they seen royalty bring so much warmth and kindness into a room. Nurse Emily stood quietly, her heart full. She could hardly believe that her letter had made this happen. Kate turned to Lily's parents. She held the mother's hand. "You are doing so well," Kate said softly. "She knows how much you love her." Lily's mother finally found her voice. "Thank you. Thank you for coming," she whispered. "You have made her dream come true." William's voice was full of feeling. "It is an honor to be here," he said. "We only wish we could do more." Then something beautiful happened. Lily looked up at Kate with wide eyes. "Princess Kate," she whispered, "can I tell you a secret?" Kate leaned in close. "Loud." Lily whispered, "I always wanted to dance with a princess." Kate's eyes sparkled. She glanced at William, who smiled and nodded. Gently, Kate stood and took Lily's small hand in hers. She hummed a soft tune. William moved the chair away from the bed, giving them space. And there, in that small hospital room, with sunlight streaming through the window, Princess Kate twirled with little Lily, hand in hand. Lily laughed a light, sweet sound that made everyone's heart swell. Her parents cried softly. The nurses in the hallway wiped their eyes again. Even Prince William's voice caught in his throat. "This is the best day ever," Lily said, breathless from happiness. "The best day of my life." Kate leaned down and kissed her cheek. "You are a very brave little princess," she said. "And today, you taught us all something about hope and love," William added softly, "and about courage." Time passed quickly. They stayed longer than planned, unwilling to leave just yet. Gosh, each moment felt precious. They knew that for Lily. These moments were more than a royal visit, they were magic. Finally, it was time to go. William and Kate stood. Kate hugged Lily one more time, her eyes shining. "We will never forget you, Lily," she promised. "And I'll never forget you," Lily said. "Thank you for coming." As they left the room, Lily's mother whispered, "You've given her something no medicine could," William replied. "Gently, she has given us something too." Walking down the hallway, hand in hand, William and Kate were silent. The moment weighed heavy on their hearts, but also filled them with warmth. They had gone as prince and princess, but they were leaving as two people forever touched by a little girl's spirit. Outside, the sun had broken through the clouds. The city bustled on, unaware of what had just happened inside that quiet hospital room. But for those who witnessed it, for Nurse Emily, for Lily's parents, for the doctors and staff, this was a moment they would never forget. And for Lily, a dream had come true. In her heart, she would always remember the day a prince and princess came, just for her. The sky was turning brighter as Prince William and Princess Kate stepped back into the hallway. The air inside St. Anne's Hospital felt different now, lighter, warmer. The quiet whispers of the staff followed them. No one wanted to disturb the magic of what had just happened. Nurse Emily stood by the door of room 34, her hands clasped to her chest. Her eyes were still wet with tears. She had seen many patients come and go in her years at the hospital, but this moment, this visit, was something beyond anything she had ever imagined. As William and Kate approached her, she finally found her voice. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice trembling. "I never thought my letter would even be read. You've made her dream come true." Kate reached out and gently squeezed her hand. "We should be thanking you," she said warmly. "Without you, we would never have known about Lily. Today meant everything to us as well." William added softly, "You reminded us of what matters most: kindness, love, and being present for those who need us." There was a deep silence between them, the kind of silence that speaks more than words. Everyone knew something very special had just happened. William and Kate asked if they could say goodbye to the other children on the ward. They visited each room again, not as royals, but as caring friends. They gave small hugs, shared gentle words, and brought hope to faces that rarely smiled. One teenage boy, usually too shy to speak, whispered, "Thank you for coming. It means more than you know." A young girl with her hair in braids shyly asked Kate if she would come again. Someday. Kate promised that she would try her best and that she would always remember her. Meanwhile, little Lily was still wide-eyed in her room, holding the beautiful silver bracelet and wearing the crown Kate had given her. Her drawings now had a new sparkle of magic. Her mother gently tucked her in, brushing away her daughter's happy tears. "You were the bravest princess today," her mother whispered. "I'm going to dream of them tonight," Lily said sleepily. "I will tell all the other children." A real prince and princess came, just for me. Downstairs, outside the hospital's side entrance, the royal car waited. The driver opened the door quietly. But William and Kate paused before getting. Kate looked up at the hospital windows. "I feel like something in us has changed today," she said softly. William nodded. "We wear crowns, but it is love, not titles, that touches lives." Neither of them could shake the powerful feeling that little Lily had given them more than they had given her as they drove away from St. Anne's. There were no reporters, no flashing cameras, no headlines yet. It had been their wish to keep the visit private, an act of pure kindness, not a royal duty. But sometimes stories of love travel farther than anyone can expect. Later that day, a nurse from the hospital quietly shared the story with a friend. Word spread quietly at first, then through kind whispers among the hospital staff, then across social media. By the next morning, newspapers carried the headlines. The scene that changed everything. William and Kate's secret visit leaves all in tears. Photos of the hospital's cheerful walls, of Lily's drawings, of the silver crown on her small head. They moved people across the country. Thousands wrote online messages of love and support. One reader posted, "It wasn't a grand event. It was simple, pure, and that's what made it unforgettable." People everywhere talked about how a prince and princess had shown the world what true royalty meant, not in jewels or palaces, but in their hearts. The royal press office soon received countless letters thanking William and Kate for showing such deep humanity. Some were from parents of sick children. Others were from doctors and nurses who now looked at their daily work with renewed hope. Kate read some of these messages with tears in her eyes. "This is why we must do more of this," she told William. "We will," he promised. "We must never forget what Lily taught us." In the days that followed, the hospital staff noticed something beautiful happening. The children on the ward smiled more. They told stories of the prince and princess. Lily's story gave them hope that dreams can come true, even in the hardest times. As for little Lily, her health remained fragile, but her spirit soared. She wore her bracelet proudly and kept her new crown beside her bed. Nurses would sometimes find her whispering softly, telling her doll about the special day when real royalty came to visit. One afternoon, Nurse Emily asked Lily, "How did you feel when they came?" Lily smiled, her eyes shining. "I felt loved," she said, "like I mattered. And that, perhaps, was the greatest gift of all." Months later, during a public event, when a reporter asked Kate about her most meaningful royal moment, she paused for a long time. Then she answered quietly, "Sometimes the moments the cameras do not see are the ones that stay with your heart forever." And in that moment, everyone understood she was speaking of a little girl named Lily. The scene that changed everything had left an imprint not only on a hospital ward, but on the hearts of two royals, and on all who heard the story. And so, the simple act of kindness that began with one nurse's letter became a lasting reminder to the world that love, compassion, and human connection are what truly make us royal in spirit, in the quiet corners of London, in the warm hearts of hospital nurses, in the dreams of children. The story of that day lived on. A little girl named Lily taught the world, and even a prince and princess, that sometimes the smallest voices carry the greatest power, and that love above all else is what truly reigns.